Hi, I'm Harold Enger, Director of Education for Spring Green Lawn Care. And with me today is Fred Whitford from Purdue Extension Service. And Fred, you're here to talk to us about pesticide spills and what you have to do. The 3 C's would be to contain, control, and clean up. And that's what we're going to talk about in this section.
That's right. And I wouldn't say it's just pesticides. In today's world, it could be fertilizers if we're using liquid fertilizers. Anything that's being spilled out of here, since people make assumptions about what's being spilled, then we're going to assume this would be something for any sort of chemical,
Sure.
right?
Exactly.
So Harold, what we've done here is we're going to pretend, obviously, and I've done this for 20-something years, and I can also tell you that this is exactly what happens based on people who report back to me. So while it may be amusing and maybe unrealistic at times, it's the best we could do to simulate it. Our key here is for every man or woman operating one of these trucks to be able to know if there is something, what are some of the things that I need to do before it gets out of hand.
That's correct.
All right?
All right.
So our scenario that we have here is one of the Spring Green trucks. We've got a driver, our same person that's been helping us, Nick.
Nick, right.
Nick's going to be the driver, and we're going to have an injured person. How he got injured, we don't know. But what we know is there's a spill coming out the back, and he's in the chemical. All right, that's the scenario. And so the question is, Harold, is what would that person do given this scenario? And we also have a leak out of the truck, correct?
Right.
So we want to go ahead and
Get that all set up.
let's go ahead and set it up right
right.
now. And then in a second, we'll start up and get this thing going.
Okay.
Nick, we got a problem. Can you come help us? We got a spill here. They got a person hurt.
Oh no, hey mister, you all right?
What is your main focus? Is it the man on the ground, the injured person, or is it the leak?
It's the injured person.
Yes. So do you know first aid?
I do not.
Okay, most people don't. That's a fair equation. So what's the best thing since we don't know what to do with this guy, what should you do? How do you know if he's okay? How do you know if things are not as bad as, how do you know he's okay though he's down? What would you do?
I'd ask him, hey, are you okay?
And if he answers, is that good news?
Yes.
Because that means he's conscious.
Correct.
If the spill was in fact something in the tank, what would you do there?
I would turn off the ball valve or whatever there was to contain the spill.
And take a jacket, a rag, and put into a hole if there was something big.
Sure.
In that, right?
Yep.
So in this case, why is this? Some of you will pick up trash out of people's yards, beer cans, whiskey, whatever. If you had this in your truck, and in a few minutes when the police shows up and fire department, and they see that, what are they going to assume?
Well, they're going to assume I'm drinking.
That's correct. And that's a bad assumption for these guys and gals to have, okay? So we don't need that in the back of the truck. Now, I want to do it again. Let's go, Nick. Let's do it. Got a problem here. Got a man down, spill, leaking.
Oh no. Hey mister, you okay?
Hey, can I help you? I was coming off down the sidewalk. Is he hurt bad?
He may be hurt bad. Call 911.
Do we need to move him?
We should not move him. Call 911.
No, I'll do that. I'll call 911.
Okay.
So Nick, you know now you're going to try to work the drains first, correct?
Correct.
And if I had, again, a shovel, I would rather use the shovels to dig up a little bit of berm. I'm the 5'5" guy with a yellow hat. You know what that means?
You're the fireman.
Oh, I am the fireman, and I am the boss. You got that straight?
I got that straight.
All right. What happened here?
Someone hit this man.
Is he still breathing?
He is breathing.
All right, ambulance. I want you to get over here on the side. Is this chemical he's in?
It is chemical.
He's in chemical. I want to put plastic in the ambulance. You said he is breathing, right?
He's breathing.
All right. Did any of this go into the drain?
It did not. I contained it.
You contained it. All right. What I need to know from you, young man, I need your material safety data sheet. If you have those available, I need them now.
Of course.
These are professional people, the fire department's emergency responder, the first man or woman on site. They're going to have to assess to make sure their people aren't hurt, right?
Right.
So what do they want?
MSDS sheets.
And you have MSDA sheets of this year's products, alphabetized by how and you call them, Nick, not by these other names, but
Right.
whatever the trade name is, Tempo or whatever the case may be. And then, Nick, when we're all done, there's going to be reporters.
Right.
We're here live at the scene. It's been a horrible accident. This is Channel 17, Chicago Live. And your basically response to the reporters should be what?
Speak to the man in charge with emergency services.
And then walk away.
Right.
Now, somewhere you've called the boss, right?
Right.
And the boss is going to show up and they're going to have to deal with the consequences. Right. So what we try to do here, Nick, is as best as we can on concrete on this kind of a place is to basically try to simulate something so that in your mind you have a couple of steps that you could do and things to think about it if ever happens. So Nick, if we could get each one of the franchise folks and the company stores, if we could just get them to walk through this a little bit with the employees, then we've done all that we can do. That's the whole point. Can we just put them in this position and move on?